Welcome to Melbourne Park. Great to have you here at the Australian Open. Great to have this man here as well. Part of the Tennis Channel, part of 60 Minutes in the United States. And the last time, Jon Wertheim, you were in Australia, it had nothing to do with tennis whatsoever. You were interviewing the one and only Mason Cox. Nice to see you.
Good to see you. Not far from here.
No, just across the road. And some of the weather that we're having a little bit at the moment is very footy weather. What was that like, interviewing Mason Cox for an American news program?
Oh, it was good fun. It's a great story itself, and I got to learn about a new sport. But no, it was funny coming here and even coming to the air and not going into the tennis facility, but going to the other side of the street. I understand he's still playing, but he's on the other side of the country. So,
the follow-up story will have to take place in Fremantle and Perth. What do you make being back here at the Australian Open? I think it's the Tennis Channel's first time on site, back here since 2019. Is it great to be back on location?
Yeah. We were here a few weeks before COVID. I don't know if you remember, they had the fires and they handed out these masks and M90, and he's like, M95 mask, what is that? And then a few weeks later, we all found out, and ever since Tennis Channel's covered this event from Santa Monica. So it's great to be back on site. Obviously, this event keeps growing and growing. This is a tennis festival with a couple of matches tacked on. I mean, you could come here and have a great day and not watch a single point of tennis. And I think especially no Federer, no Nadal, Novak's 38, this is kind of where tennis is going. You come for the event as much as for the actual tennis.
So is this a good thing, Jon? The fact that it isn't just about the tennis, and for many who come here, the tennis is quite secondary.
Yeah.
You've got Shake Shack in the US. It's new here in Australia. We've got an M&M store and everything else. You're so right when you say it is a festival as opposed to a tennis event purely.
Yeah, and I think this is the way sports are going in general. I mean, ideally, some of these fans say, hey, this is a pretty cool sport, and I really like this little-known player from France I'd never heard of when I woke up this morning. Other people will come here, and the tennis is almost incidental. But, yeah, I think that's sort of the reality of sports and commerce, and you've got a lot of people gathering together, and you can have a thoroughly enjoyable day out here and not watch a ball go over a net once.
Does it set the bar globally, or do you think, I've been fortunate enough to go to Super Bowl weeks, Olympic Games, that kind of thing. Does this kind of set it for an annual event, especially when it comes to tennis Grand Slams?
Yeah, I think absolutely. I think this is the way of the future. And, I love tennis. I don't know how you, but I get it. It's a niche sport. It travels all around the world. It can be hard to follow. And I think if you're banking on stars, player X gets a knee injury, or Serena decides she can't play this year. What do you do? Well, this is the answer, and it obviously turns this into it's like a music festival. And if the Rolling Stones, if Mick Jagger can't make it, that's okay because you still go to Coachella.
Is there a concern, the fact that the big three, and granted one of them is still around in Novak Djokovic, but there is this evolutionary change that we're seeing in tennis at the moment. Does it still, you think, have the pull for the audience? And does it rely on characters now? I mean, we talk about Nick Kyrgios, obviously here in Australia and not playing in the singles draw, but does it need more characters in the sport?
It never hurts to have characters, and sometimes character means this unrivaled winner and Roger Federer and Rafa Nadal and these generational champions. Sometimes character just means a Nick Kyrgios who people care about, that differentiate themselves from everyone else. I mean, men's tennis has gotten very lucky. This sort of Michael Jordan retires from the NBA and everybody says the NBA is never going to be the same, and then here comes LeBron James and Kobe Bryant, and the show goes on. And in tennis, we have these two great champions in Sinner and Alcaraz. I mean, it's been 2.5 years since anyone but them has won a major. But if tennis had a few more characters that the casual fans knew about, sure, that wouldn't hurt.
We talk about kids coming through. One of those is Michael Jung and what he was able to achieve here so far now in second round action. The fact that he's not allowed to keep his prize money, being a college student back in the US, he'd have to turn pro, give away his time at college. He said he wants to see out his degree. Is that something the college system really needs to reassess in the US, or do you think it's a reality that some don't want to change?
Yeah, if we were having this conversation a few years ago, it'd be very different. You'd say that the college players are amateurs, and we have to keep amateurism pure, and if they want to be pros. What's happening now in other sports is that because of these new changes to rules, there was a big college football game 2 nights ago, and the quarterbacks of each team, millions and millions of dollars are changing hands. And the fact that the quarterback for the University of Miami can make millions of dollars, but Michael Jang can come here and there seems to be some question about whether he can keep his prize money. It's really, I mean, some of this is about the college system and college sports, but it's a glaring inconsistency that needs to be addressed.
Craig Tiley, the tournament director, the CEO of Tennis Australia, highly regarded here, highly regarded globally. So highly regarded, in fact, he's been linked to the top job with the USTA. Is he what American tennis needs?
Oh, boy. Where to begin on this? The short answer is yes. The question is, can he succeed in the current – I just was writing about this, and I think, look, Craig, he spent time in the United States. His wife is American. He knows tennis. He's not the issue. The issue is the structure. And you come to Tennis Australia, and there's much less bureaucracy. The governance model is different. Clearly, Craig's had a measure of autonomy. Craig's not the issue. Craig's great. We all hope he comes. No offense. We hope this is his last Australian Open.
Fair.
We hope we poach him the way Fremantle poached Mason Cox.
I love the analogy.
I worry about Craig. Just candidly, I worry about, can Craig get the breathing room he needs? Can he get the autonomy? Can he get sort of the governance model to do what he did here, or will he get snarled in this fairly dysfunctional organization?
Do you feel he could elevate the US Open significantly and, again, kind of make it what this event is, or are there some restrictions in what the US Open can do given land size?
Yeah, it's a different set of governance. It gets really boring really fast. I'd like to be Craig's agent. I will not even ask for a fee. I would like to be his volunteer agent. And I would say, listen, he's interested, but here's what we need to have happen. And he's not going to travel to Kansas because a section wants his ear, and he's not going to have to live in Orlando. And here's what he's going to do at the U.S. Open. Here's what he's going to do for American tennis. But we need to declutter all of this bureaucracy. So it's a different set of circumstances. But yeah, I think there's a lot of room to grow. And the U.S. Open, I don't know if you've been, it's not unlike this. It's a real sporting event. You have obviously the wealth and the financial sector of New York. Taylor Swift is in the state. I mean, the U.S. Open's at a very nice place, but I think Craig could take it to the next level. I just think he needs room to be Craig Tiley and not get snarled in bureaucracy.
Before I let you go, we both love our tennis. We love seeing it flourish. We love seeing the event as well. Is tennis in a good spot at the moment?
Oh, boy. How much time is your station? The short answer is yes. Yeah. And it's global, and it's men and women, and you look through the draw, and there's a Filipino player who doesn't win a round but brings thousands of fans with her. There are so many assets for this sport. The governance model is a mess, as always. The calendar's too crowded. I think it's very hard to rule in one market. I mean, this is a great 3 weeks of tennis, but I don't know what tennis looks like in Australia in October. But I think if sports is a global sector right now, globally, it's men, it's women, you have teenagers, you have 38-year-olds. There's a lot to recommend. I think the overall picture is quite healthy.
We love tennis here. We love Aussie rules more. Last question. Are we going to see more American players come out? Did many Americans approach you after the interview with Mason Cox? Did they say, hey, what's this game all about?
It's funny. I was thinking if Mason Cox, who doesn't know the rules, who barely can get on a college basketball roster, can make this kind of an impact, I can't imagine why so many other American athletes aren't looking at this. But I believe are there others that have come here?
There have been a couple over the years. None has have the profound impact on the sport that he has, nor the success.
I can't imagine why more American athletes aren't looking. And you get to live in Australia.
It's not a bad gig. Jon Wertheim, always lovely to see you. All the very best to the remainder of your trip here, and hope to catch up again.
Pleasure. Thanks again.